Did you know that the content you read and view is created in a way to influence you? This is occurring in the news reports and headlines that you see daily. These stories, whether it be Snapchat, Twitter, newspapers, or the live broadcasts, are often but not always written in a way to make you feel the way the author wants you to feel. Though it is not always intentional, this is called framing.
The basis of framing theory is that the media focuses its attention on certain events, then places them within a field of meaning. Framing is an important topic since it can have a giant influence. Framing theory suggests that how something is presented to the audience influences the choices people make about how to process that information.
The framing theory was first put forth by Erving Goffman in 1974 under the title of frame analysis. The concept of framing evolved soon after the agenda setting theory and in many ways is tied to it. Both focus on how the media draws the public's eye to specific topics, but framing takes it a step further. It focuses on the way in which the news is presented, this being the frame. The frame is the central organizing theme or storyline. Research has documented that simply varying the way a message is framed can strongly influence attitudes. Take a look at these two headlines from two common news sources. Exact same story, but two different approaches. The headline from Blasting News on the left frames the story in a humorous light, while the Fox News is quick to frame the headline critically. Did these headlines prepare you with two different attitudes for the story you might read? Framing like this can occur in the visualization of images too. The way images are taken and portrayed can also have an impact on the way a viewer processes the information.
Framing does not always take effect on everyone. Under certain circumstances, framing just simply won't work. Audience characteristics, message resonance, and situational context all have an influence.
A reader may not care about a certain topic, interpret it differently than intended, or may have previously experienced a situation that resulted in a strong, almost unchangeable opinion. A framed message is only successful if it is relevant to the readers. Framing occurs constantly and is everywhere around us. Because of this, readers often become immune to the bias and framing of the stories they read. It takes a conscious effort, knowledge, and research of stories for readers to determine how they feel about a topic without framing having an influence.
So, how can public relations professionals use framing to positively impact the organization they work for? Keep the messages consistent. Make sure everyone knows what is going on and that they are well informed enough to know when a headline is being twisted.
Let's use Texas Tech Athletics as an example. In attempts to retain good alumni relations, Tech would send out positively framed news releases only about the winning athletic teams. Framing in this case will positively influence the alumni overall perception of the department as a whole.
Take a look at the stories around you.
After learning about framing, you will soon notice it everywhere.